Sunday afternoon, late afternoon really. What time is it? Hang on. It's 4:30, so yeah, evening. Lando won the Grand Prix, so I got the 50-50 prediction. Not too bad. It has been decent. I'm going to say decent. Yeah, it's kind of ticked along nicely, which is great. And then just as I finished picking the largest order, which is off to New Zealand, 2 more orders came in, both of them decent. First one's a local pickup, which is great, and the other one is for WA as well, repeat buyer, but it is the biggest order I have had. Almost 5,000 parts, so that one is going to take some serious picking, isn't it? So what do we got here? We've got Krennic and a whole load of chrome lightsaber hilts and some blades, which is pretty decent. One of those poly bags out the door almost immediately, along with a pirate and Cupid from series 27 and some bricks in that one. Commander Cody and C3PO with printed arms off of eBay on that one. A couple more clone troopers. They have kind of been steady this week, haven't they? Along with a little assortment of parts. Definitely kind of got a Republic feel to it. A whole bunch of Speed Champions instructions, Lamborghini, McLaren, Mustang, whole load of stickers, old school 109 Speed Champions driver, and a little assortment of parts, the majority of which seem very Speed Champions-esque. Domestic letter on that one, bricks and plates really all the way. This one mainly light blue grey with a little bit of dark blue grey and black thrown into the mix. Could be anything. And the biggest one that I was just talking about, off to New Zealand, Michael, maybe. Anyway, he is a fairly regular buyer. Getting the tile on this one, a whole load of dark blue grey, whole load of light blue grey, some reddish brown, and then a colourful little assortment there. And as I say, 2 more orders have come in, which has probably turned this month around in terms of stats. I would suggest it is by far the biggest order ever, and it is a WA buyer. I'm going to guess that these kind of surge in WA is to do with an event that is on in the middle of April here in Perth, B-Shed Builds, which is at the Maritime Museum here in Perth on the 12th and 13th of April. It's a regular event, fairly small from what I can gather. I've never actually been to it. Maybe like 15 exhibitors, similar in kind of quality to that was at Bricktober, but well worth popping along if you are in the area and can. There was an additional order on that one, so that's going to be combined shipping on that one. And there's that other clone trooper. Yeah, I thought there was some going on. So what do we add? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14 orders, which isn't stellar for a weekend. I mean, but I guess because I'm picking more than once, it's kind of skewing how that feels. You know, it used to be pack up on a Friday and didn't pick till a Monday, and there was 20 odd, so you know that could well be the case by the time we get to the end of the Monday. But anyway, with a 5,000 part order to be getting stuck into tomorrow, that is going to be full on. There isn't that many lots in it. Well, there is, but not crazy amount of lots. It's not all 1s and 2s. There is some good counting in it, so I will be enlisting Mrs. Yellow Brick Road to help me with that count. But next thing on the agenda is to get all of this packaged up and the postage all done for it, so it can go out on the post run on Monday, and then we will crack into the week as usual. Starting with where we will be, and obviously with a couple of big orders having come out, we have taken a bit of a pounding this week. Luckily we did have a fair bit going in, but nowhere near what we needed, and we're about 15,000 away from upload target for the month, given that we're halfway. Not too bad. So starting the week in good shape, and we shall see where we end by the end of the week, which is just how the vlog usually works, isn't it? So I'm telling you nothing that you don't know. So let's crack on. It is Tuesday morning, so it was a late night picking, large orders, and I'm still picking that 5,000 part order. I got about another 100 lots to go, a lot of counting, of which Mrs. Yellow Brick Road was helping as well. The picking continues on that one. It's certainly taken a long time. Part picking as we went other orders as well, so that's another large order over there. And then there are a few orders that have been picked, pretty straightforward. A few tiles, wedge plates, a couple of keys, Lone Ranger instructions, some TP parts, and some other minifigure parts in that one. Star Wars figure, some minifigure parts and printed tiles in that one. Some lift arms and axles in this one. Ricky adding to his UCS even 80 AT with the 20th anniversary snow speeder, including the magnificent Lando, but quality there. DJ figure, Lando figure, and some parts. And then this one for, I think it might be Thomas, regular buyer, tan mainly, some dark tan and some other parts in there. So full on, and there's still about 4 more orders to pick, which is fantastic, obviously after a pretty slow start to the last couple of weeks, but it's definitely picked up in terms of value and quantity, which has obviously hit the store hard. This order particularly is a rebrickable set, which escapes me the name of it now. Oh, it's like a spacey shippy type massive thing, which the buyer is building, and I'm hoping to get some pictures of it. I've asked him if he'll share it along the way. I think it's about 9,000 parts, so we're doing about half of it. Anyway, it has meant a fair old wipeout of parts as we've been going along, as has some of this, but that's par for the course, and certainly kind of towards the end of this week and into next week we'll start to be able to spend some time replenishing. So the picking continues of this one. Very minimal white, which is unusual, but lots of black, and predominantly black, a little bit of dark blue grey, some more in there. As I say, about another 100 lots to go in that one, and then we'll be into the other ones, of which there are a couple of which got some good quantity as well. So fair old amount to be picked. I'm going to need to find a bigger box for Ricky's order, and I think this is going to need a bigger box than I have in stock as well. So that will also be a task that needs to be ticked off, along with making sure that I catch up on the inventory adding, because I am way behind on all of that. Anyway, that's where we're at this morning. I'm going to plough on with stuff, and I will catch you this evening. Wednesday morning, here we are then. So the picking has been intense, that's all I can say, and I haven't done it all. Kind of the wife has been helping do the big counts whilst I've been picking the small bits, so it has been full on, that's for sure. I don't know where we're at. I think we were up to there, but this is the 5,000 part lot, so a heap of black, lots of black, and a big bag of dark blue grey, big bag of light blue grey, some red, some other bits, and obviously the tile. Dark tan, some dark blue grey, some reddish brown, and a lot of tan in that one. Old school Clone Trooper used in that one. A Boba Fett, a UCS kind of plaque, and a is it a Hero Factory or Dimensions? I can't quite remember. Claw in that one. All sorts of bits, all in 20s or 10s in this one. Whole array of things for there. Another big one, a lot of light blue grey bricks, a whole load of reddish brown bricks, some black bricks, and some other things. This one also getting the tile, a lot of mock building, you get the feeling going on. This one quite a lot of used through this one. In fact, I think this is all used, and it's been a while since there's been an all used order, but a load of windows, a load of those bricks with the slots in them, you name it, kind of real assortment. Not too bad to pick because it was all kind of recently added used, so it was drawer labelled, which was good. Another 1,000+ part order, predominantly tan and dark tan with a little bit of light blue grey, some green tiles, and that one getting the tile as well. This one, some propellers and some dark blue grey, a bit of kind of trans stuff, some green, some yellow, I don't know, I've got some kind of helicopter, airplane, aircraft type thing going on in there, and then a load of light blue grey plates, wedge plates, things. So I'm definitely thinking some kind of aircraft for that one. So yeah, a whole load of stuff coming in. I'm going to have to get a couple of the kind of the Australia Post boxes. I'm going to need like an extra large one, I think, for that one, and a large one for Ricky's parcel to go out. There is another order that's just come in this morning. It's only 7 parts, but it must be minifigures because it's a high value again. Another one getting a tile, so that's good, ticking along nicely. There's an absolute mess of stuff that I need to tidy up over there. I'm done with that. I've had enough of all of that. There are some parts that have come in over here that need to be sorted. Obviously, there's that one order to pick. I want to get rid of this trolley today and move this old spotlight shelf to somewhere else so it's not floating around up there, so that's out of the way, and obviously get all of the post done and get up to date with the parts in wanted lists. The sun is beaming in through the window, but as you can see, we have taken a bit of a beating on that front over the last day or two, with today obviously being my chance to catch up after a couple of days of work, which is kind of hopefully kind of help fund the push for this, which I'll talk a little bit more kind of maybe later in the week or over the weekend over what's going to happen in the next couple of months with the store expansion, and the fact that my dad is coming to stay with me for a little while. Not that he's going to be working in the store, he's just coming really to see the kids and spend some time, as I haven't seen him for such a long time. So the store's going to be a little bit kind of on off whilst he sees so I can spend some time with him. But yeah, that's the fun and games for today. I also need to write a Mother's Day card for my mum who's over in the UK, so I need to get that in the post as well. She doesn't watch this, so it'll still be a surprise that I've remembered, which is good. But yeah, that 5,000 part order, an absolute beast, wonderful order to get, but man, they take some time to pick. You know, it was only 276 lots, but the sheer counting of it reminds me how much time-saving a counting machine is going to add to the store, and brings it back to the fore for me in terms of something we really need to prioritize. So onwards, let's get the day started, let's get things packed up, sorted and out the way, and then on to the next few jobs. Thursday morning, 10 orders in overnight, and not a great deal of lots really, but an awful lot of parts for lots, which is great. Continuing a fairly steady mid-March, isn't it? This order is for collection later today, I believe. I didn't actually do any picking yesterday, but I did have a tidy up. As you can see, it's a very bright and sunny morning here, but look how tidy. Still need to do all the QR codes on there for the points, but yeah, we've tidied up. A little packing station thing, still got those 2 pots to sort, up to date with all of my parts admin, and the camera's moved over to that side of the computer. But here we have a new, well, not new, the old spotlight drawer system is over here. Now what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to go through the minifigure containers M1 through to M4, MF4, sorry, and I'm going to put minifigure parts into these. It's going to become like a minifigure station just on here, so that finding minifigure parts is a bit more straightforward, if that is a phrase. I don't think it is, but it'll do for now. But yeah, as you can see, we're pretty super tidy in here. I watched Brick in a Bucket's moving in video yesterday night. That was interesting, looking at their aisle width. I'd say their aisle widths are probably about what I've got here now, whereas we're moving ours closer together. But that is where we're headed. We will be heading in that direction, kind of not in April, it will be May that we're doing that switch over. So these drawers, these shelves will be moving that way by probably a whole shelf width, and so on and so forth, which is good. Had a really good exchange with Russell. So Russell and Ricky, you will know, kind of regular buyers and stuff like that for the store. Had a bit of an exchange with both of them yesterday, or well, Ricky mainly, about doing some kind of like charity thing. So I'm going to actually explore that a little bit more over the weekend with the pair of them, see where we get to. Keen eye will notice that used bucket of light blue grey bricks from that Millennium Falcon are sitting down there out of the way. Just the illusion of tidiness. Let's just enjoy that. Look how tidy that is. All of you that are saying sun damage for the bricks, fear not. Those windows have got UV coating on them, and the blinds close as well, so daylight can be shut out. Yeah, so up to date on the parts as well. Did a sheet, and there was another page of this and that. Got through that yesterday, which was kind of time well spent, even though it's kind of a painful part of the process. And everything's nice and tidy over here as well. Started the business card layout with a QR code. Just need to add that page to the website. And as you can see, everything's lovely, tidy, dusted, cleaned down, ready for today's picking, which as you've seen, 10 orders to get through so far, and we'll see where we are later today. I've got work today, so it's going to be a tonight picking, so we'll see where we are either tonight or tomorrow morning, Friday morning, when I am back in the store full time. So I'll leave it there for now. I'll crack on with the day, but I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on how spick and span everything is. The Gorilla Glue shelves are still here. They are going to go down into the garage car area later today, but I'm struggling to let go, because you know they've been here since the beginning. But yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, Friday morning, nice and early. This is the results of Thursday's night picking. Once again, this is Yellow Brick Road, full at it, counting. She is getting pacey, which is very, very helpful. 2 orders in overnight, yet to be picked, but quick run through. Odds and sods. Don't know, it's got a bit of an old school Minecrafty type, or old castle-y type feel to it. There's a bit of dark grey and light grey in there, in fact. Definitely got a bit of Star Wars to it, doesn't it? Kind of, if that's not a snow speeder or something, I don't know what is. Couple of those things usually kind of Marvel, isn't it? These things tend to be popular. Keep selling a few of them. There's another one in another order as well. Some plates, some grey kind of cups, and they're tiles, aren't they? And a couple of levers, tiles, 4x4s, 6x6 in dark blue grey. Camera looks a little bit fuzzy, doesn't it? And a couple of propellers. Don't know, all those colours kind of look like Boba Fett, but I don't know whether it is or not. Not sure. And a little cockpity thing. Don't know, is that from a microfighter? Could be. This one, a lot of medium nougat, as you all like to call it, and some nougat on its own, and some tan. This one, clearly, this is a WA one, so this could well be for B-shed builds. Awful lot of trans light blue, trans clear, blue, bright light blue, medium blue, dark blue. I'm guessing some kind of water thing. Thomas here with the usual assortment of odds and sods. Don't know what the hell he's building, but it'd be interesting to know. And Russell's City continues. He's got a couple of dark pink umbrellas, a whole load of seats. He's obviously building something interesting. A Beastmaster, and then all sorts of frogs. Maybe he's got a pond on the go for all of those kind of water parts he built before. That could well be some kind of pathway. Yeah, interesting stuff. And I'm actually seeing Ricky and Russell at the weekend, so that will be a hand and deliver job. On today's list is to pick and pack and post, obviously, and to deal with getting back on top of that. That's what's gone out the door, and get it stuck into sorting out these going into that, which will be good. Get that job done. There has been very little stuff put into the store this week. 80 parts, I think. So this week has not been good, which means the weekend is going to need to be a bit of a hustle on that front. Going to need to do some parting out, I think. He says, you can tell my absolute delight at the prospect of that, but that is the reality. So the postage of this to sort, 2 orders to pick. It's not a huge amount of parts. It is 41 lots, 124 parts, so not huge. Get those done, get them added to this little pile, and off to the post office for the lunchtime dash, if you like, and then we will sort out these minifigure drawers. I think that'll be the job for today. Okay, so those 3 picked. One domestic letter, very Star Warsy kind of old school build kind of feeling one, very vintage with those kind of blasters. The 2 parcels, that one very kind of old school vintage colours as well, but don't know, maybe they're making the Jamaican flag, you never know. And then the other is all sorts, all in a one. Yeah, interesting kind of parts in there. So yeah, 3 to add to the pile. I have been busy sorting out these minifigure parts into their respective kind of drawers and new locations and things like that. It is a bit of a work in progress as I try and separate things into more logical locations and easier to define what's where and what's different and things like that. So it's kind of taken me a little bit of time to go through it and sort, so finding some things that aren't yet listed where they should be, separating out kind of leg assemblies into colours and things like that. So it's all good stuff. It just takes a little bit of time to work through, which is good. But I'll get that job finished today, and then we'll be sorted heading into the weekend, given that there isn't any major parts going up heading into the weekend, which is a shame this week, but it is what it is. It's been one of those weeks. Okay, Saturday afternoon. Just actually finished the minifigure stuff. I'll show you that in a second, but as I'm kind of getting to the point where I need to build the vlog, just kind of sharing the A/B testing of the different tiles. So last week we kind of led with this new style thumbnails, which some people like, some people don't, and the video got 47.1 clicks from that thumbnail, but 52.9 from the traditional, if you like, tile, whereas strangely the previous week 48.7 from there and 51.3 from that one. So nothing particularly definitive on that, pretty much split down the middle. So I'll probably keep doing a bit more testing as we go, just see if any theme comes out from that. But yeah, we'll see how we go with all of that. Anyway, we have kind of been chugging along doing the minifigure drawers. We've kind of got up to 33 out of 60 of those, and as you can see, some of them are already put back, some of them are mixed. It's definitely kind of broken things down. There's nothing in that one, missed one. Anyway, but the bulk of them are still over here, so it's still kind of a case of things are chucked in together. Some things have been broken out into AD drawers, some things have got their own areas. Knight's helmets are getting broken out. Odds and sods hair pieces have been put into types so that they're easier to kind of find when picking. All the friends' parts which were in that store that I purchased have all been dumped into one, and such like that, really, to make things easier. And I've kind of spread similar body parts around, so Stormtrooper torsos, for instance, where there's subtle differences, Stormtrooper legs where there are, you know, fairly minor variations, just to ensure that I'm getting that right. Obviously with minifigure heads that's more difficult, because, you know, you'd end up with one head in every single drawer spread around everywhere, and I don't have the capacity for that. So that is a job well done. It has been a quiet Friday evening, I'll be honest. I think there are 2 orders that have come in. I'll just fire up the laptop whilst I'm pointing you in that direction, and we shall see where we're at in terms of that. Yeah, so only 2 that have come in. Yeah, it's only 40 lots, 162 items, so it's not going to take an awful lot of time to go. What are we up to? Saturday the 22nd of March, so we've got like another week to go on the month. It is the Bricklink sellers group meeting session tomorrow, which will be good. Just a little catch up on things like that, and other than that there isn't an awful lot going on. I'm off to meet Ricky and Russell this afternoon. Going to talk about this little charity project that we're trying to put together, so I'll probably have something to say about that next week. But other than that, that's the week really. It has been all about continuing to just keep things ticking over. Not a lot gone up into the store. I did have a few things that I found that weren't in the store as we went through. So 119 items, 50 lots. So a couple $100 going in, but it's not going to make a great deal of difference. There was a lot of minifigure body parts that were sitting around, a few heads and a few torsos and things like that, that for somehow had kind of got missed off inventories, or I've maybe deleted them when I've not been able to find them for an order over the period of time. So that is something that I can upload now and get into the store, which will kind of hopefully add a little bit to things for the week, which ain't too bad, is it? Anyway, that's it for the week really. I hope you've enjoyed it. It has been a shorter week on the vlog, obviously, just not so much going on this week, but we will hopefully have a bit more to add into the store next week. I'm gonna have to do a part out or something like that. Today has run out with me, jobs to do this morning, and then obviously going to have a nice beer this afternoon. So thanks for watching, everybody. Do not forget to like and subscribe down below, and if you want to support the channel, there is the join button as well, which you can get into, and as I get a bit better at getting this content up earlier, that will all become evident. So cheers for now, and I'll catch you next week.